I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bag, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash when the money falls. Hit the direct hit, I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh.
That's what I do.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
30 base.
First and 10.
Let's go.
5.
Running on first down, Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here is Eckler. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Colts take over first
Let's go.
and 10
Do it.
at their own 25-yard line.
We go. 10 Lobo.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Here's a second and 7. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2.
At the 26-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Second and 2. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Check 53. I got wide.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right there, 54.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Check Mike, 36, 36.
Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason throwing left side, it's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker.
Here we go, G. All day, defense, all day.
On 4th down, Eason. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Colts 21, Dragons 7.
Out is the kickoff unit away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score.
Here we go, set, 15, Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Let go.
Off the play fake, Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nickel.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
From the gun, Eason. He completes this to Sutton. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 54. Drop deep. Set.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Eason gets this one to Hill. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication with defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Off play action. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on third down. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. 61. Matchbox lights.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On second down, Eckler. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And it's complete. Henry. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Throwing on first down. Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
54 Mike. Check, walk 54. Let's go.
On 1st down, Taylor. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go.
Check. 49, check 49.
On 1st down, Eason. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it.
A final shot before break. Eason. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a big 1st half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the 1st half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Let's go now.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Here we go. He's coming.
Shoot.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Check. Lucky.
Go. Get it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We got this. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 5. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and 5.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Eckler. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Under 10. Under 10.
Christian Travis.
Once more, here's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Hey!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert complete. It's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Great job.
Tyreek Hill, 96 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
Don't get nervous.
5.
To throw again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. He just bumped up his personal stats with a second score, but they still have... And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
60 outlaw.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. They need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking to throw. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Mike's 57's right. All day.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Ready.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Sponge. No.
To throw on third down. Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Smooth.
57's mine.
Coming to you.
On 4th down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
8 read. Mike 54. Mike 54. Coaching spill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On 4th down, Herbert going for the deep ball. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. And by the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, Herbert dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw. Herbert got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, box drop. Speed grip.
Operating from the gun. Herbert feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Now that's the kind of return that warms The heart of a special teams coach, he'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Come on, set. Come on. Hey, come on. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Steps away to his left. Now a desk, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's Hill, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Leo.
Slant. Watch the eye.
From the gun, Eason forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd and long. Binds. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.